Oh my God! Don't put your hand in my face, bitch! Oh my God! Hey! Get her off! She's crazy! I told y'all!
Prepare yourself. What you are about to witness does more than stun. It rattles the core of unscripted television. For countless seasons, rumors crept through the shadows, floating beneath lights and edits, suggesting the laughter and breakdowns on-screen masked something darker. Still, no one anticipated the eruption Cynthia Bailey would trigger. What once passed as harmless jokes, whispered crew chatter, and tense side-eyes from producers detonated into a controversy so massive it threatens to reshape everything viewers thought they knew. Cynthia showed no restraint. She dismantled Porsha Williams' carefully constructed persona, unveiling a concealed reality audiences had only glimpsed during brief flashes of uncertainty. According to behind-the-scenes accounts, the personal evolution and irresistible charisma fans praised were deliberately engineered instruments, designed to bend perception and dominate every narrative cycle. Beneath the flawless presentation, insiders claim, existed covert same-sex relationships, overlapping romances, and quiet ties to powerful players hidden so thoroughly few ever suspected their presence. And that revelation barely scratched the surface. Sources say these secret entanglements carried staggering consequences, murmured medical scares, intersecting partners, and acts of betrayal capable of breaking even the strongest supporter trust. Then came the notorious African Prince storyline, said to be fictional and reportedly supported by a $15,000 arrangement, exposing a level of manipulation that turns every earlier scene into something carefully choreographed. The moment Cynthia spoke up, disorder followed. Porsha allegedly unraveled. Security swarmed the stage, and what came next was a live eruption of yelling, finger-pointing, and pure, unfiltered distress. Viewers stared, transfixed and disturbed, torn between shock, anger, and an almost addictive urge to keep watching. Was Porsha trapped or finally revealed? A frantic grab for sympathy or a buried truth forced into daylight? Clarity was impossible to find. Yet one fact was unavoidable. The fantasy had collapsed, and nothing could return to how it was. This is not idle rumor. It is a head-on clash of allegiance, deception, scandal, and public judgment unfolding in real time before millions. Every assumption about Porsha Williams now hangs by a thread, and the aftermath threatens to expose every remaining secret.
The rabid dog, and this is a scary thing. I'm gonna catch that bitch. She's not What's wrong with her? And she kicked me in my stomach. I have a very low tolerance for foolishness, and this isn't anything that I'm used to.
Fasten up. What you're about to experience isn't merely another reality television tale. It's a collapse that could redefine everything audiences believed was true. For years, viewers were shown the portrait of Porsha Williams as refined, renewed, and permanently camera-prepared. A woman who wept on cue, smiled perfectly, and endured every clash with poise. But according to Cynthia Bailey, that persona was a deliberately engineered mirage. Under the sparkle existed something far more dangerous, chaotic, and explosive, concealed from every camera. The instant Cynthia spoke, the ground appeared to crack beneath everyone present. Allegedly, Porsha's public reinvention wasn't evolution. It was calculation meant to shield her brand, preserve her power, and bend the narrative her way. Behind the practiced tears and polished vulnerability, insiders allege there lived a private existence tangled with same-sex relationships, overlapping affairs involving influential men, and a wake of emotional damage tying in names like Todd Tucker, Future, and Simon Godia. Once praised, now reframed as elements of an extended illusion. Then surfaced the murmurs no one dared articulate. Allegedly, these intertwined connections carried severe, deliberately buried health dangers. Suspicions pushed aside quietly, yet never spoken aloud. Fans celebrated her perceived rebirth, applauding sit-downs and emotional admissions, unaware of the destructive patterns allegedly persisting off-camera. The African Prince storyline only intensified the suspense. Cynthia alleges the entire arc was manufactured. A performer reportedly compensated $15,000 to present fiction as fact, erasing the boundary between acting and reality until even insiders doubted authenticity. When those claims struck the stage, the atmosphere exploded. Porsha reportedly snapped. Security rushed in, and the studio fractured into yelling, fear, and uncontrolled disorder. A moment that stunned audiences live. Suddenly, old footage, reunion exchanges, and viral screenshots no longer felt harmless. They felt like proof of something volatile and unavoidable. Viewers divided immediately. Some praised Cynthia as a brave revealer of long-concealed deception. Others rallied behind Porsha, arguing she'd been ambushed and offered up for spectacle. But the seal was broken, and insiders maintained that rumors once waved off as exaggeration now stood exposed under unforgiving light. With each added claim, the narrative grew heavier. Concurrent relationships, emotional control, and hidden health fears, once gossip, suddenly felt alarmingly credible. Scenes framed as personal growth now resembled a smokescreen, masking a second life behind edits, confessionals, and perfectly scheduled emotion. Still, throughout it all, Cynthia never wavered. Her steady, deliberate tone transformed confrontation into a courtroom-grade reckoning. Timelines matched, names intertwined, and patterns surfaced with chilling precision. From African prince claims to whispered affairs and alleged health dangers, nothing escaped the harsh glare of public judgment. Fans and skeptics dissected clips relentlessly. What once sounded like harmless joking now crackled with double meaning. Each glance, each grin, each careless remark suddenly seemed deliberate, intentional, charged. The backlash hit fast, merciless, and inescapable. When the shouting stopped, Porsha's flawless redemption splintered, exposing years of charisma, calculated control, and carefully engineered narrative. The harm reportedly reached well past shattered trust, spilling into emotional wreckage, damaged names, and real-life fallout unraveling on screen. Reality and performance fused into a warning tale of celebrity, concealment, and unrestrained ambition. Every replay now feels electric. Claims of betrayal, psychological control, and concealed health risks churn as the illusion disintegrates before viewers. Cynthia Bailey's disclosures aren't petty gossip. They're a volatile reckoning, a public stripping away of what happens when a hidden life crashes into non-stop fame. And this saga is nowhere near finished. The strain didn't dissolve, it intensified. Every emotional fragment scattered across the stage, signaling consequences darker than anyone wanted to confront. Reality television was never supposed to feel this exposed, this perilous, this completely unmanageable. Audiences began doubting every plotline, mistrusting every smile, and revisiting every scene for clues they'd overlooked. What remained was a path of uncovered truths, broken loyalty, and turmoil ready to dominate screens, timelines, and headlines long after filming ended. The studio hardly breathed, yet the tension hummed. Every lens fixed on Porsha, whose meticulously shaped calm dissolved into something primal. Explosive anger, fear, and reflexive self-preservation etched plainly across her expression. Opposite her, Cynthia Bailey stood unsettlingly steady, motionless, like a magistrate issuing judgment rather than a castmate exchanging insults. Cameras caught it all. The clenched jaw, the flickering eyes, the quiet movements louder than any denial. Off-camera, sources later claimed this detonation had been building for months. What viewers brushed off as trivial friction or playful shade was allegedly the surface of a deliberately engineered tempest. Quiet alliances formed, storylines steered with intent, facts intentionally buried. According to Cynthia and several unnamed insiders, Porsha had spent years perfecting an untouchable image while secretly managing intersecting relationships, hidden encounters, and high-stakes secrets capable of ending careers overnight. And it went beyond romance. Sources alleged health concerns, emotional pressure, and intentional manipulation were embedded within a broader strategy to preserve power, influence, and control. As Cynthia continued outlining her accusations, the energy shifted once more. Her statements were measured, detailed, and reinforced by proof. Archived footage began circulating again. The media storm amplified everything. Headlines blared, algorithms flooded feeds with viral moments, and speculation multiplied at alarming speed. The narrative outgrew celebrity chatter, becoming a cultural reckoning about accountability, secrecy, and the consequences of deception. Allegedly, the fusion of emotional exposure, undisclosed risks, and orchestrated falsehoods turned reality television into something far darker than entertainment. It became a warning about power, manipulation, and fragile trust. As time passed, commentators, insiders, and fans dismantled timelines, cross-checking alleged encounters, relationships, and statements for discrepancies. Each discovery reinforced the belief that Porsha's public self had been a carefully maintained disguise. While the private reality remained knotted with overlapping affairs, control, and hazardous secrecy, the repercussions extended beyond online debate. Allegedly fractured friendships, tarnished reputations, and a damaged public image imposed lasting consequences on all involved. The cultural weight of the scandal became unavoidable. Reality TV audiences debated ethics, responsibility, and truth, while outlets documented every development. Allegedly, Porsha's bids for redemption, healing, or transparency were eclipsed by the magnitude of exposure, upheaval, and the elaborate network of secrecy she was said to uphold. Cynthia Bailey's disclosures didn't just confront one figure. They destabilized the entire system that allowed illusion to thrive beneath entertainment's shine. In the end, this controversy proved to be far more than rumor. It has evolved into a viral, emotionally explosive lesson about the price of secrecy, celebrity, and manufactured identities. The showdown, the stunning disclosures, and the aftermath birthed a living, breathing reality TV catastrophe, leaving fans, insiders, and critics shocked, fixated, and sharply divided. Every upload, every clip, every tearful admission now feels consequential, echoing the dangers of deception and the volatile fallout of maintaining a double existence beneath non-stop public surveillance. And the consequences refuse to fade. The tempest Cynthia Bailey ignited has splintered Porsha Williams' universe. Every carefully polished image now lies shattered. Every public grin is viewed with doubt. The claims, intersecting relationships, alleged health dangers, and fabricated storylines have crashed together into a spectacle too intense to dismiss. Viewers rewatch every scene, analyze every reunion, and re-examine everything they once trusted. Social platforms have turned into a courtroom, and the jury shows no mercy. Each comment, each post, each thread is weighed, measuring betrayal against strategy, innocence against manipulation. The aggression, the disorder, the raw emotion caught on film transformed rumor into something disturbingly tangible. Security documentation, insider accounts, and anonymous disclosures all point to a reality few were ready to confront. Secrets reportedly buried for years have surfaced, exposing not only deceit, but the human toll of fame, concealment, and relentless observation. Porsha's responses, Cynthia's resolve, and the studio's panic collide into a narrative so combustible it consumes headlines, timelines, and the collective imagination. This is not a routine controversy. It is a cultural flashpoint, a study in authority, betrayal, and the danger of existing split between public image and private truth. Allegedly choreographed falsehoods, emotional control, and concealed realities have transformed reality television into a public tribunal. Every viewer has become a witness. Every fan, part of the judgment. The drama is unfolding live, unfiltered. You can't turn away. The narrative is still developing. The revelations, the clashes, and the repercussions ripple across every platform, leaving disorder, heartbreak, and disbelief behind. Pay attention. Doubt everything. Choose what you believe. Share, debate, immerse yourself in the chaos. This is not simply gossip.